The weather has been absolutely crazy this week, and look at this. It's hailing again. I don't know if you can see on camera, but they're huge. So I've just had a cleaner come just for like a 2-hour refresh, more so because my vacuum is still broken and I'm still waiting for a replacement, so I haven't been able to vacuum for a long time. But I think this is the worst clean she's like ever done. I'll show you what I've just done on my bedroom, like my dresser, and I think I probably need to do everywhere else as well, but the floors are tidy at least. Just feels like a bit of a waste of money. So this is after I've just paid and that's just from this dresser, Grace. So I've stayed upstairs and just sort of tidied the house a little bit. I'm just going through my finances towards the end of the year. I tried to do it about halfway through the month and then at the end of the month, just for everything I've spent and everything I've made for the month. My goal this year was to make £10,000 in savings, and I think I'm going to be just shy, unfortunately. I spent like an extra £1,000 on my holiday to America, so that's one reason. And it's currently at £6,781.68, more than I had last year. I should be getting paid this month, which will grow at about 2,000 because I'm doing a few extra shifts as well. So I think I'm going to be about £9,000. So yeah, I'm going to be about £1,000 short, which, given that I spent £1,000 more than I planned to in America, I actually don't think is too bad, but it's still a little bit disappointing. This year, like the new financial year from April, I really want to try and save £15,000, but a lot of that will be going, at least £5,000 will be going on my Australia trip. At least that's the plan. So we'll see. It is the middle of March and I have still got my Valentine's decorations up. I just feel like it's too early to decorate for Easter because Easter is so late this year. So I've decided I'm going to take Valentine's Day down today, and for the first time ever I'm going to decorate for St. Patrick's Day. It's not something I normally celebrate, like I said, but I've got some decorations coming today, some cheap ones. I think I spent like £15 on them, and then I can use them every year as well. So I've put up a touch of St. Patrick's Day. I've got a couple of leprechauns going up here and some like clovers to go on the tree, like felt clovers. So done getting ready for the day. As you can tell, I've done my hair. No, I haven't. That is a complete lie. I've done my makeup. I haven't done my hair. So this is freshly washed yesterday. And as you can see, it is a little bit wild. I've not brushed it or anything. I've slept on it. It's mostly dry. Literally before I cut it, I would literally be able to brush it through and then go out about my day. And last time I cut it short, I could still do the same. But obviously as I'm getting older, I'm getting a little bit of a wave, a crimp. And it goes a little bit wild. So I've got the straighteners out. I'm going to brush it, I'm going to finish drying it, and then I'm going to straighten it. So step one is to brush it out and part it, which it doesn't look awful, but it could definitely be better. So because my hair is so thick, I divide it into 4, sometimes 3, but usually 4 layers. I tie it up in a ponytail bun, and then I straighten or dry each layer. And that is my hair done. It's not perfect, but it'll do. I am now ready for the day. I'm just putting my jewellery on, and then I'm going to head downstairs. My friend Hannah actually came down last night. She arrived at about 4:30ish, and we just chatted for a few hours, and then I suggested going to Leicester for the nightlight trail. But I didn't realise A, quite how far away it was. It's like a 55-minute drive just to get there. And B, she'd been driving for 3 hours already, so I don't think she fancied another long drive, which is fine. We ended up having a really nice evening. We had a bit of a pamper night, did each other's nails, and then I made fajitas, so we had a fajita night with nachos, and we watched a film, although I did fall asleep during it, which I was very apologetic for. Today we have a bit of a busy day. It's very sunny. It's a lot more sunnier than I anticipated, but it's still quite cool outside. But we have a busy day today. We're going out for breakfast shortly at some place close to me that I actually went with my mum and sister not that long ago. Then we're going to my cousin's, dropping off my car, going to a local park, going to some Holi festival celebrations, maybe getting covered in colour, not too sure yet. And then coming back, getting changed, and then we're going out to West Bridgeford, going to a drone show tonight for the Wizard of Oz, which should be fun, and then going out for a meal at the Botanist. But it's not Sunday, so it's not Sunday lunch. I'm just going to have their chicken kebab, which I love. The sunshine coming through my blinds. A lovely breakfast at the Nuttall, and now we're heading to Woollerton Park. So we finished having breakfast and we've just got to Woollerton Park. We've got the deer behind us, and now we're just going up to wherever the festival is. I'll have to look it up because I'm not sure. I finally convinced her to get some colour on her.
बीरज में होली है रसिया आज बीरज में होली है रसिया आज बीरज में होली है रसिया आज बीरज में आज तैया 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 लगे है तेरी गाली रे
तेरी मलूम गुलाल रंग बता ब्लू या लाल एयर में तेरे उड़ते बाल आजा रंग दो दोनों का
We didn't end up staying at the Holi Festival for too much longer. We ended up having a little walk around Woollerton Park and then heading back to the house for a little bit of a rest for a couple of hours. We need to, well, most of Hannah's has come off, but I need to definitely take this off and put some more makeup. Oh no, it is still moving. And yeah, put some more makeup on. I mean, my makeup looks very powdery right now, but I'm kind of sad I have to take this off. It looks so pretty, so cute. I just love it. Just adds that little bit of extra fun. But yeah, I'm gonna go and take it off. It does kind of rub in, so just gonna try my best and then put on an extra layer of makeup, I think. I feel like my face is looking a little bit worse for wear. I feel like I've been punched. I've been rubbing it in slowly, but I think I'm going to have to get a cloth and take the top layer off and probably add some makeup for sure. It is coming, it's just making my skin a little bit irritated, but we've got about half an hour and then we're heading out to West Bridgeford. We're heading to Trent Bridge, which is the cricket ground. We've got a drone show, like I said earlier, which I'm really excited for. There are some snacks and nibbly bits there, so we may eat there, but I have also booked the Botanist for tea. Whether we just go for drinks and live music or for actual food, we will see. The Holi colour dye actually came off really easily with a brush. I just sort of blended it in, and then I've put like a thin layer of makeup over the top, added some lippy, and I think we're good to go. Hopefully it doesn't get too cakey by the end of the night. Put a jumper on so that I'm nice and warm. I've got a scarf, I'm wearing my boots, and I've got gloves because it is freezing, and I think we're going to be outside, although we are under a little bit of shelter. It's just not the warmest weather. Hannah's just moving her car, so I'm giving her a little bit of a head start, and then we're going to head. We've just got to West Bridgeford. As you can tell, as usual, I'm swapping my shoes over and putting my boots on, but we got very lucky. The car park is absolutely packed. There's loads of cars queuing, and we just managed to get a spot quite quickly as someone was pulling out. The oven guy.
And I say, hey, 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 yeah. I said, hey, what's going on?
So we had a bit of a nightmare with the garlic bread. We decided to get some food. We finally got it. We had to wait half an hour, which wasn't the end of the world, but they swapped chefs, and then the log exploded apparently on it. So he asked me if it was fine. I said yes, and then it exploded again, so he decided he needed to make us another one, so it took a little bit longer, but we've got 3 minutes to spare and we're going to sit down now. freezing cold. It's almost 11 o'clock. We've just got back to the house. We're going to get ready for bed and then probably get a hot water bottle each just to warm up a little bit. But it's been a lovely day, a busy day, and I'm absolutely shattered. So we have woken up this morning and somewhat decided to go to the pub for Sunday lunch instead of cooking here, which I'm very excited for. I've just made smoothies for us, and then we're going to head out to the Willerton, and I think probably go to Martin's Pond for a quick walk afterwards. So I am all ready to go. I always feel so much better when I've got a little makeup on, a little bit of lippy on, and yeah, hopefully it'll be a nice meal. Hopefully it's not too busy and the service isn't that bad, but you know, when it's busy it's always a little bit on the worst side. We were planning setting off at 10 to, and it is 11 minutes to, so we should be good for time. A lovely lunch at the Willerton pub. We got a chicken roast dinner and then a dessert each, and now we've come to Martin's Pond, which is like a local nature reserve that I've always been meaning to come to but never got around, so just having a little walk around here for an hour. So we got back to the house about 10 minutes ago and Hannah has just left bang on time, 1 minute to 3, which I was very impressed with. The plan was for her to leave at 3, so she's got about a 2.5-3 hour drive back to Liverpool, so she'll get back in time for tea, which is nice. But we walked around Martin's Pond for about 30 minutes, half an hour. It was a nice walk, very relaxing, very peaceful, very quiet, but not like a super long walk, so it worked out perfectly for what we wanted to do today, to be fair. I don't really know what I'm going to do for the rest of my day. I asked my cousin if she was free, but she's not. She's going out. And then I asked a friend and he was busy. So now I'm just like sat here. Blech. I always feel a little bit like down when people leave, especially when they've been here for a little while. I just don't really like being alone by myself anymore, which I know is crazy, especially when I did a month-long trip in America. But it's just how it is. I feel like once I've been alone for a while, I get used to it. But yeah, I don't enjoy being alone. We did watch The Electric State, which is a new film on Netflix, the new Millie Bobby Brown film that came out on Friday. So we watched that on Friday night, but I fell asleep after about halfway through. So I'm going to watch the last half an hour of that. Well, I think it's probably more of an hour anyway. So I'm going to watch the last hour of that, and then I'm not sure what I'm going to do for the rest of the day, other than feel a bit sorry for myself. I found my Diet Coke that I bought from Willerton Park yesterday, but I was just thinking I never actually gave an update on what we thought of the drone show last night. We talked it between the two of us obviously, but it was really busy when we were leaving and we were like freezing cold, so we were racing to get to the Botanist for some food. But the drone show, it was good and it was a good experience. However, it was very expensive, so it was £18 each, and that was the discounted NHS rate. So I feel like the actual price was maybe 22-ish, I want to say, but don't quote me on that. It was very clever. What it was in the end was like an American voiceover, and then drones doing a picture per scene. So it wasn't like the drone show was telling the story. It was just sort of adding to the story. I would say most of them we could recognise the images and tell what they were. Some of them we couldn't recognise. Some of them I recognised but Hannah didn't, and others Hannah recognised but I didn't. Anyway, so we had to kind of like talk to each other and say, oh, what's that? Point two, they rotated. So the audience was mainly on one side, but there was some on the other side. And you could tell what they were when they were facing you, but when they turned to the side, you couldn't tell what they were anymore. And like if the animal or so say that the lion roared, you couldn't see the roar because it was facing the opposite direction. so it made it a bit difficult in that sense. There wasn't any music really. There was like background music, like just soft, like instrumental, but there wasn't any like themed music, which is what we were expecting. And it was just freezing cold. I think it got to like 1 degree while we were out there. We were sat in the middle with no one around us because our seats were taken, so they put us on these like empty rows. So it was freezing cold. And yeah, so overall I think it was a good experience, but probably not worth doing again. I feel this way. I hate that I can have a really nice few days and then just feel, yeah, I hate one day this pain goes away. So 2.5 hours later and I've finished the film. Honestly, not what I was expecting. Wasn't that good. Would not recommend it if I'm honest. Hannah should be getting back to Liverpool any minute now, so I'm just waiting for a text. And I think I'm just gonna call it an early night. I know it's not even 6 o'clock yet, but I'm done. It's been a long, fun weekend, and now I have no plans. So, yeah, I'm gonna get ready for bed, take my makeup off, fill up my hot water bottle, and then lie in bed and hopefully go to sleep for a long time. Anyway, thank you so much for watching this video. I will speak to you next time.